Today's topic is about SDLC, Software Development Life Cycle. In this software development life cycle, we're gonna design a software in a step-by-step manner. Okay, let's look into the definition of this software development life cycle. It's a structured process that is used to design, develop, test the software to provide a good quality of software according to the user requirements. Here, first we're gonna design the software, and we're gonna develop the software. We're gonna test the software to remove the errors, and by removing these errors we're gonna get a good quality of the software. So it is a methodology that defines entire procedure of the software development in a step-by-step manner. Here the software will be developed in a step-by-step manner where the input of the first stage will be the output of the next stage. Okay, to develop a software we are undergoing with the 6 stages. So these are the 6 stages. The first stage is planning, defining, designing, building, testing, deployment. Let's look into the every stage of this. The first stage is planning, right? Before going into it, what is the aim of the software development? Means the aim of this SDLC is to provide a high quality of software to meet the user requirements. Whatever the user is in need, so this SDLC will provide the software according to the user. So by using these all the stages where the software will have the planning, defining, designing, building, testing, deployment, so that we gonna get a smooth execution by rectifying errors where the good quality of the software will be developed. So first stage is a planning, right? Planning is the initial step of the software development. It's a basic step. We're gonna plan something to build a house. In that way, we're going to develop a software. Here we're gonna plan. What we're gonna plan is that requirements will be analyzed here. Requirements analysis is performed by the developers. In this planning stage, we're gonna analyze the requirements which are needed to develop a software. Okay, so this analysis from building blocks of the basic project. This will be the basic stage for building the required software by using the requirements which are needed for the user, and these requirements will be provided by the developers. Next stage is what? It's a defining stage. In this stage, all the requirements for the target software are specified. Here the requirements will be specified here, so that you can even write it as SRS. If you remember this key point, you can easily understand this stage. So look at this. SRS defines the software requirement specifications. So to develop a software, requirements will be specified in this defining stage. So all these requirements will be sort of document that specify all the things need to be defined, created during the entire project cycle. Here the requirements which are specified will be documented. In what way? They will be defined, they will be created during the project cycle. All the requirements will be defined and created in this stage. Okay, you need to remember this key point, and even you need to write about these 2 words, so that if you just remember the key points, so that you can easily understand and you can easily attempt in your own words. Next, designing, right? Here SRS will be the reference for the software. Okay, the designer to come up with the best software. the designer should come up with the best software. He refers from the software requirement specification, so that the requirements will be designed into a document specification. Okay, so here the keyword which you need to remember is design document specification, that is DDS. Before we need to remember about the SRS, here we need to remember about the DDS. Okay, the next stage, after designing the software we need to build, right? So the next stage is building. Building means this building is also known as developing. Here the software will be developed. Developers to be to develop something, we need some basic tools and some basic techniques, right? So for developing a software, the developer will use some basic tools and basic languages. So the developer is gonna use the tools like compilers, debuggers, interpreters, etc. And basic languages, programming languages like C, C++, Python, Java, so that the software will be developed by using these tools and languages. Next, after developing, we need to test where the errors will be rectified for the smooth execution. So the next step is the testing. After development of the product, testing of the software is necessary to ensure the smooth execution. Okay, in the before step, the main keywords which you need to remember is to develop a software we need to have tools, programming languages. These two keywords you need to remember in this stage, and in this stage you need to remember about the smooth execution. So all the minimal testing is conducted in the every stage of SDLC. In the before stage, we are gonna conduct whatever the minimal errors are there, they will be rectified. While coming into the maximum errors, in this testing method we gonna rectify them to provide a smooth execution for the software. Therefore, at this stage, all the faults are tracked, fixed and tested. All the errors, false statements, whatever they are not useful for the execution process will be removed, so that we can execute the software very smoothly. So after the testing, we need to provide to the user, right? So that step is called as a deployment step. After detailed testing, final product is released as per the user requirement. Here the product will be given to the user according to its user requirements. It is important to ensure the smooth performance. So after providing the final product, we need to ensure that our software is very smoothly executed or not according to the software requirements. So if it performs well, the organization sends the product to whole. If the software which we have developed is executing very properly, so that software will be released into the market or send out the product whole. Okay, in this way we gonna develop a software step by step by using the 6 stages. So I'm gonna explain about the process models in the next video. Thank you.